Hello, hello! It's the Player X. Here today to go over the Blood Hunter class. Just came out a couple weeks ago. We're going to go through it, made by Mercer, of course, and we're going to check out, see if there's anything cool in here. So, let's go through it. I haven't read too much about this. I read like the first page or so, and then check it out. So, Mary but resolute, his grimacing face dripping with sweat, half-orc redness and fingers, blah, blah, blah. Mysterious half-orc swatched. Okay, yep. Sacrifice to preserve life. While most of the classic schools of magic are studied, macabre incarnations of the Hemocraft have long been forbidden, so blood magic type stuff. Through the carry those blood hunters have honed the rights of the Hemocraft into their combat prowess. Yep. I read most of this, so this has to do with some of the more background stuff. It has to do with them using their blood and blood magic and being more on the darker side, a monster to fight monsters, whether driven by the wish to make a difference in a dangerous world. They follow an order. Orders commonly trained, even as the best, blah, 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 bring me to the threat. Okay. In choosing this path, Blood Hunter has irrevocably given a part of themselves to their cause, physically or emotionally, sometimes morally. This sounds a lot like a paladin, almost like a dark paladin, or following certain rites and stuff like that. It sounds a lot like a evil paladin. Many wrestle with fear of losing their struggle, or so a life of discipline and vigilance drives their travels as they wander the countryside. Makes sense. My main question with the Blood Hunter is, how do they fit into a party? Like, what would their purpose be to join a party and go out adventuring if they have this huge order type thing? Creating a Blood Hunter, your main questions of what drove you to this lifestyle? Why do you seek to give up everything and wallow in the dark with the evils you hunt? So why is your character an edgy background character? But no, it's actually a question that you have to really put yourself forward. Did you lose a loved one? Let's see. Do you seek a sense of purpose or security? Have you always carried a seed of darkness? These are good questions to have, and it could make a really interesting character, but I feel like it could also make a super edgy, like, dark brooding character, if anything. What's your relationship with the power of the Hemocraft? So what is your relationship with blood magic? Do you respect and fear the ancient power that surges through your veins? Consider too that while the Blood Hunter belongs to an order, many strike out on their own. Do you have intend to return, or have you decided even more on the world? Okay. While most blood hunters follow a path of good or neutrality in their pursuit, some have fallen into the dark, seductive side of the Hemocraft, so saying you can play an evil character. A lot of these questions are great questions. I would question why you have to leave your order, or maybe you have to do something like in The Mandalorian, where your order, you give things to your order between adventures, or like an update and stuff. So, quick build. Strain for dex, so probably a frontliner. Highest ability depends on whether you want to focus on melee or archery. Another archery class would be great. Not enough people play an archer or a finesse weapon. Dexterity being one of the strongest stats. Make intelligence your next highest. Good. Another intelligence-based class. With the wizard and the artificer, I think that makes 3, so I think they're in a good spot compared to the charisma classes. There's so many charisma classes. Okay, yep. Constitution, of course. This is probably a frontliner. Hip die 1d10. That's really high. That's really good. It's fighters and stuff. The only thing higher is a barbarian, so that's really good. 1d10. Con. Yep. Armor, light, and medium. I wonder if there's a subclass that'll give you heavy. It's interesting. Shields, all the weapon proficiencies, nice. Tools, okay. Alchemist supplies, that's nice. Saving throw, dex and int. Dex is super common. Intelligence, not so much. I wonder what spells actually affect your intelligence. Okay. Get a bunch of stuff. When do you get your Blood Hunter order 3rd level? Okay, nice. So it'd be kind of hard to multi-class into this. To pick up anything good early on, which is nice. Choose 3: athletics, acrobatics, arcane, history, insight, investigation, religion, survival. Investigation for sure, 100% investigation. Probably acro or athletics, and then the other one mostly up to you, depending on what type of campaign you're running. Equipment, martial or too simple. Okay, so probably if you're gonna do a strength build, go with something two-handed or something heavy. Too simple weapons. Okay. Do you start with a? Okay, so no shield starting out. Too simple, probably for dual wielding. Light crossbow. Okay, so you start with a light crossbow. That's nice. So kind of like vampire hunter stuff, or a hand crossbow. That's nice. That's nice. That's real cool. So hand crossbow and a light weapon. So like short sword and hand crossbow, dual wield. That'd be cool. Studded leather. So kind of like Van Helsing. Alternatively, you can begin starting with 44. That's quite a lot, actually. I think that's as much as a paladin. It's quite a lot. Beginning at first level, you survive the Hunter's Bane. Okay, a dangerous long riding ritual alters your lifeblood forever. Okay, so your background right away has to do with you did some type of ritual, right? So maybe like the Witcher ritual that turns you into a Witcher, or things again Skyrim with the not the vampires, the werewolf order, where you have to go through that ritual to get your powers. So I think when you're making your character, having some type of ritual that affected you would be really cool. You have advantages on wisdom, survival checks to track fae, fiends, or undead. Tracking undead is probably unnecessary. The advantage is nice, but tracking undead, fiends and fae, yeah, you're gonna have to track those down to find them more easily. But undead, I mean, you know where they are. They're in the graveyard, and you'll know right away. As well as intelligence ability checks to recall information about them. That's super good. Advantage on intelligence ability checks to recall information about them. That's super useful. Super useful. Hunter's Bane also empowers your body to control and shape hemocraft magic. Use your own blood and life essence. Okay, so you're using your HP as a resource pool. Some of these features require your target to make a saving throw. I would definitely play this in a party with some type of healer. Druid or Cleric, or even a Paladin multi-class. Probably not multi-class Paladin, but probably definitely some type of any way you can heal. A Bard. The Hemocraft save is 8 plus proficiency plus your intelligence. Okay, cool. Your Blood Maledict. At first level, you gain the ability to channel and sometimes sacrifice a part of your vital essence to curse and manipulate creatures throughout Hemocraft magic. Okay, so manipulating creatures. You gain 1 blood curse of your choice, detailed in the blood curse section at the end of the class description. Okay. You learn 1 additional blood curse of your choice at 6th, 10th, 14th, and 18th. You can choose one of your blood curses you know and replace it with another blood curse. I wonder if they get stronger or there's better ones at higher levels. You can learn 1 additional and you can replace. Okay, so if you don't like the one you picked, that's a big. I actually really like this spread. 5 levels, 4 levels, 4 levels, 4 levels. Because once you hit 5th level, once you get from 6th to 10th, those levels come pretty quickly, so that's not bad. When you use your Blood Maledict, you choose which curse to invoke, okay? When invoking a blood curse, but before it affects the target, you can choose to amplify the curse by losing a number of hit points equal to the 1 roll of your Hemocraft dice. Okay, so you can buff the actual thing, okay? An amplified curse gains an additional effect. Notice in the curse's description, okay? Creatures that do not have blood in their bodies are immune to blood curses unless you amplify the curse. Unless you have amplified the curse. So, skeletons, oozes, stuff like that, which don't have any blood in their bodies, can't be affected unless you amplify it. And so, unless you take the self-damage, you can't damage them. Okay. You can use this feature once, beginning at 6th level. You can use this feature twice. Oh, so you can only do it once. Once per what? You gain all expended uses for short rest. Another short rest class. Cool. That's cool. Okay. Second level fighting styles. Cool. What do we get? Archery. Cool. Dueling. We use a wheel in one hand and no other weapon in the other. So this is good for shields. This is your shield builder here. Great weapon. Cool for two-handing. Two-weapon fighting. Okay. Archery. Dueling. Yeah. This seems good. Okay. Crimson Right. Second level. You learn to invoke a right of Hemocraft within your weapon. I would actually like here to add the paladin thing that gives you, or not, maybe not paladin, maybe wizard, that the fighting style that was in the Untitled Arcana that allows you to get 2 cantrips from one of the other classes. It's like something fighting style. I would like that actually here. That would be good. Crimson Right. At 2nd level, you learn to invoke the right of Hemocraft within your weapon. The cost of your vitality. Choose one right from the primary rights listed below. So you choose one of these, okay? As a bonus action, you activate Crimson Right in your singular weapon with an elemental energy of your known right of your choice that lasts until you finish a short rest. Short or long rest. Okay, so you just buff your weapon. Until you finish... Wait. You choose it. It lasts until you finish a long rest. Until you finish a short or long rest. So, beginning of the day, just buff your weapon. Or if you aren't holding the weapon at the end of your turn. Okay. When you activate a right, you lose a number of hit points equal to 1 roll of your Hemocraft dice. Okay. As shown on the Hemocraft. While active, attacks from this weapon deal an additional 1d4 with chosen right type. This damage is magical. Okay. And increases as you gain levels of the Blood Hunter, as shown on the Hemocraft dice. A weapon can only hold a single active right at a time. You learn an additional primary right at 7th and 14th level. Okay, so what do we start off with? So you learn an additional primal right at 14th, and then at 14th level an exoteric. So you first level you can pick either Right of the Flames, so fire, cold, or lightning. Cool. And then 7th you get another one. Again, super cool. Out of all these, probably lightning, because fire is super resisted by a lot of things, but also the thing that's most weak to things too. Interesting. Esoteric grades, necrotic, psychic, thunder. Definitely go with psychic. I do think the idea of a weapon that pulses sound energy would be super cool. Blood Hunter Order. At 3rd level you gain choose from one of the things. Ghost Slayer, Order of the Ghost Slayers, Order of the Profane Soul, Order of the Mutant, Order of the Lichen. They gain a feature at 3rd, 7th, 11th, 15th, and 18th. I do like 7th and 11th because most campaigns end around there. So cool, you would get a bunch of your subclass stuff. Ability scores improvement 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th. Okay, yep. Extra attacks, cool, because they're a martial class. 5th level, you get 2 attacks. Cool. Not a lot of bonus action stuff other than your Crimson Right. Okay. What is... This is your Blood Maledict's action, I'm assuming. I guess I'd have to read the thing. Okay. Brand of Castigation. At 6th level, when you damage a creature with your Crimson Right feature, you can choose to sear an arcane brand of Hemocraft magic into it, requiring no action. So you just do this whenever you damage a creature. Oh, okay. Okay. You always know direction to the branded creature, and each time the branded creature deals damage to you or a creature you see within 5 feet of you, so right next to you, the branded creature suffers psychic damage equal to your intelligence modifier. Okay. Your brand lasts until you dismiss it, or you apply a brand to another creature. Your brand counts as a spell for the purposes of Dispel Magic, and the spell level is equal to half of your Blood level hunter's maximum 9th level spell. Okay. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short rest. Another short rest class. Another short rest class is cool. It's kind of like the Warlock. I think there should be more things that get stuff back from short rests. Grim Psychometry. When you reach 9th level, your supernatural talent for discerning the history surrounding mysterious objects or places touched by evil. Okay. When making intelligence check history, to recall information about the darker past around the object you touch or the location you are present in, you have advantage on the rolls. Cool. That's great. This is a great DM thing. We'll love to give you a bunch of lore on stuff. The information gleaned often leans towards a more sinister influence of the past, and sometimes convey visions of things previously unknown to the character on higher rolls. Oh, I like that. Dark Argument. Augmentation. Dark Argument. Upon reaching 10th level, arcane blood magic suffices your body, permanently reinforcing your resistance. Your speed increases by 5. Cool. And whenever you make a strength, dex, or con save, you get a bonus to the saving throw equal to your intelligence modifier. This is kind of like... Oh boy. This is like... super proficiency. This is like giving yourself proficiency in strength and con, and then you're always gonna succeed your dex saves. This is amazing. This is an amazing ability at 10th level. Wow. Brand of Teetering. Starting at 13th level, your psychic damage from your brand Constagation feature increases twice your intelligence. I'm assuming that's... What is that? I'm assuming this is... from this. Okay. Your brand Constagation is twice your intelligence level. Okay, so at 13th level, your brand equal to your deck. Okay, so if your max intelligence will be 10. Definitely high intelligence class. Minimum 2, okay. In addition, the branded creature can't take the dash action, so it can't run away. And if a creature branded by you attempts to teleport or leave the current plane via spell portal, they take 46 psychic damage and make a wisdom save. I'll feel the teleportation first. Amazing. Amazing. Heart and Soul. When you reach 14th level, you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed and frightened. Pick an elf. Pick an elf. Make a high elf or wood elf. Dex and intelligence. And you would get this for free. This seems like the weakest thing so far. 14th level ability. Sanguinine Master. Upon becoming 20th level, you hone your control over blood magic, mitigating your sacrifice and empowering your capabilities. Once per turn, whenever a blood hunter feature requires you to roll a hemoto dice, you can choose to re-roll the dice and choose the result to use. Okay. In addition, whenever you score a critical hit with a weapon attack empowering by your Crimson Right, you gain 1 expended use of your blood maledict feature. I would like this to be better criticals. If this was when you reach 14th level, you get a crit on 19 and 20, then this 20th ability would be way better. When you hit a critical hit, attacking power with Crimson Right, you gain 1 thing. That would be way better. Blood Hunter orders. There's a handful of secretive orders of the Blood Hunter. One must adhere to one of these orders and start their journey, and only once they've proven their dedication ability will they secret orders. So if you start at level 1, I guess it's like you need to do these things to prove to your order that you're ready for this, and I would definitely work with the DM to make that starting adventure have something to do with one of these things. So maybe you have to fight a ghost or a werewolf or something, and that proves to your order that you're ready for this and stuff like that. Yep, okay. Order of the Ghost Hunter. The Ghost Hunter is the oldest of the orders. Having originally rediscovered the secrets of blood magic and redefined them for the undeaf. Ghost Slayers seek out and study the moment of death, obsessing over the mysteries of transaction and how it became controlled, corrupt, unholy power to rise against undead, which is awesome. Cool. Ghost Slayer is kind of a weird thing. It should be like the order of the undead hunter or something, because this makes it sound like it's a lot about undead. But let's see. So you get a lot of stuff. When you join the order at 3rd level, you earn the right of the Dawn Esoteric Right. Detail below. The right of the Dawn. Your right damage is radiant damage. Okay, cool. While this right is active, you gain the following benefits. Your weapon sheds light, 20-foot radius. Your resistance to necrotic damage. Your weapon deals 1 additional Hematok's right die when you hit an undead. Whew. 2d4? That's what? Silver weapon? Type damage? 2d4 radiant plus your weapon. So let's say you're using a longsword. 1d8 plus 2d4 against undead. That's pretty good. I like that. This makes you a real strong vampire slayer. Holy crap. Curse specialty. Also beginning at 3rd level. Your ancient order teaches advice mastery over blood curses. You get an additional use of your blood maledict feature. So you get 2 per long rest. Or another one. Blood maledict you get... Where do you get your blood maledict stuff? 1st level. So you get another one, so you would get 1 more on top of all these. That's not bad. In addition, your blood curse can target any creature, whether it has blood or not. Ooh. Super cool. So you're good at cursing things. That's awesome. Ethereal step. Upon reaching 7th level at the start of your turn, if you aren't incapacitated, you can choose to magically step into the veil between planes. You can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, as well as see and affect creatures in any object in the ethereal plane. You take 1d10 damage if you end your turn inside of an object, but it doesn't force you out. If you are inside an object when the feature ends, you are immediately stunted to the nearest unoccupied space they occupy and take force damage equal to twice the number of feet you moved. Okay. This feature lasts for a number of rounds equal to your intelligence modifier. Take 1d10 damage and hide inside a wall? I'd do that. Hit at 7th level? That's pretty good. You can use this feature once. Beginning at 15th level, you can use it twice. You're beginning on a short rest. That's pretty cool. I like that. That makes them very assassiny. Chase ghosts down. It's phase spiders. I mean, 7th level, you're going to be going against ghasts, I guess, and wraiths. Brand of Sundering. Beginning at level 1, you Brand of Castigation now exposes a fragment of your foe's essence, leaving them vulnerable to your Crimson Right. Whenever you damage a branded creature, okay, which you do after you hit something, you can put the brand on them for free, and then you would have a second attack. Whenever you damage a creature with the brand right, your weapon deals 1 additional Hemocraft die of right damage. In addition, the branded creature can't move through creatures' objects. Interesting. So, if that thing is undead, whoo, that's some rogue damage. Ooh, on every attack? That's nice. That's a lot of damage. That's a hell of a lot of fucking damage. Holy crap. 2 attacks, doing an extra, let's say, like 3d6 on each attack. Why play a rogue? This thing is amazing. Pick this in a criminal background. Get some, what you call it, proficiencies? Your Thieves' Tool proficiency? Oh my god. Blood Curse of the Exorcist. At 15 level, you've honed your Hemocraft to tear wicked influences from your allies, punishing those who would infiltrate their body and mind. You gain Blood Curse of the Exorcist for your Blood Malady feature. Okay, this doesn't count against your number of Blood Curses now. Cool. You get an Exorcist. Once we get to 15th, 18th level, these abilities usually don't show up because most campaigns don't get this far, but we'll see. Right Revival. Upon 18th level, you learn to protect your fading life by absorbing the blood right. When you reduce to 0 hit points, you can activate your Crimson Right, but don't die outright. The right ends, and you drop to 1 HP instead. Okay. Profane Soul. Those who have taken the Order of the Profane Soul have seen the limits of Hemocraft against some of the most ancient and cruel fiends and terrors in the world. Okay. Unable to pursue beings of such power, creatures able to vanish amongst the nobles without a trace or bend the mind of most stalwart warriors, but with a glance, the Order trusts in their resilience, delve into the same will, corrupting arcane knowledge, making pact with the lesser evils to better combat. Oh. So, you've dealt with demons and stuff that you know are so powerful and so ridiculous that you had to make a deal with the lesser evils. That is really cool. Okay. For even devils quake on the attention of the Order of the Profane Soul. Cool. When you reach 3rd level, you strike a bargain with an otherworldly being of your choice, the Archfey, the Fiend, or the Great Old One. Ooh. Oh, you get a pact with one of the things from the Warlock. Oh my god, this is so cool. When you reach their level, you augment your combat techniques with the ability to cast spells. See Chapter 10 of the Player's Handbook for general rules of spellcasting and Chapter 11 for the Player's Handbook of the Warlock. Warlock is charisma, isn't it? Unless this gives you for intelligence instead. It is. What do you get? 3rd level. 2 cantrips, 2 spell knowns, 1 spell slot. Take that 1, boy. That 1. 1 spell? You don't get a 2nd spell slot till 6th? You're still casting 1st level spells at 6th level. Oh my god. Is that worse than a half caster? 4th level spells at 20th. You only get 2 spell slots? Jesus. Cantrips. You learn 2 cantrips from the Warlock. Eldritch Blast. Very green Flame Blade would be better, actually. That'd be actually really cool. Spell slots. A profane spell table is how many lists you know. The table shows what level these spell slots are. You begin all expended with short rest. For example, I don't need an example. Spells known at 1st level. At 3rd level, you know 2 1st level spells of your choice from the Warlock. The spell column, profane, yep. Additionally, you gain a level in this class and order. You can choose one of the Warlock spells you know and replace it with another one. Oh, when you level up, you get to replace your spells, which is cool. Spellcasting ability, intelligence for Warlock spells. So you can use intelligence. The spell refers to your spellcasting ability. In addition, you use your intelligence. Yep. Okay, cool. What's that feat that gives you Magic Initiate? Grab some wizard stuff. Right focus. Beginning at 3rd level. Jeez, they get a lot of stuff. Your weapon becomes a core to your pact. Okay. All of this seems like for the Warlock Blade thing. I forgot what the name of that class is. Oh boy. I forgot the name of the subclass for the Warlock that's for the weapon. So let's see. The Archfey, when you deal right damage to the creature, it glows with faint light until the end of the next turn. For the duration, it can't benefit from half cover, 3/4 cover, or being invisible. The Fiend, when you hit a creature, if you're right, if you roll a 1 or a 2 on the Hemocraft die, you can re-roll the die and choose the better roll. Great Old One, when you score a critical hit against a creature while using the weapon, that creature is frightened of you. No save? I guess because you critted. I don't know how often that's going to come up. I don't know how I feel about that. The Undying. Whenever you reduce a hostile creature to 0 using the weapon, you begin a number of hit points equal to 1 roll of your Hemocraft dice. I like that one. Celestial. You expend the use of your Blood Maledict feature. This is weird. That's weird. Why would you make a pact with the undead to fight? I guess you're like the undead are better than the demons or something. That's weird. Celestial, you expend the use of your Blood Maledict feature as a bonus action to heal one creature that you can see within 60 feet. Cool. Ranged healing. They regain a number of hit points equal to 1 roll of your Hemo dice plus your intelligence modifier. That's nice. That's like an improvised. It's like a better healing word. How many times do you do this? You can expand the use of a Blood Maledict feature, so it's once. Hexblade. That's what it's called, the Hexblade. Whenever you target a creature with a blood curse, your next attack against the cursed creature deals additional damage to your proficiency modifier. That's cool. I like that. Mystic Frenzies. Starting at 7th level, when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you immediately make 1 weapon attack as a bonus action. Green Flame Blade into this. Revealed. Okay, Arcane. Archfey has Blur once. Okay. Let's finish a long rest. Okay. Fiend, Scorching Ray. Okay. Once using a packed magic spell slot. That's so weird. Great O1, Detect Dots. Once using a packed magic spell slot. You can't do so again. You know, it's so funny because you get this at 7th level, right? And the reason is because... Oh, no, you could cast Scorching Ray. What the hell? I don't get that. Celestial, Lesser Restoration. That's nice. Hexblade gets Branding Smite. Cool. 11th. Upon reaching 11th level, your brand of Castanigate feature now digs dark arcane scars into your target, leaving them vulnerable to your magic. Ooh. A creature branded by those with disadvantage on saving throws against your Warlock spells. I would like for this to be that whatever of that what is it, the blood thing, that they are now vulnerable to that type of damage. I think that would be awesome. your brand now makes them vulnerable to whatever damage your right is. So if you got the fire one, they're now vulnerable to fire damage. I think that would be way cooler than disadvantage on saving throws. Because that could be a party thing. Hey, they're weak to fire, mage, everybody else do fire damage or something like that. I think that would be way cooler. And it gives you a reason to pick something like fire damage or something else. Unsealed Arcana. At 15 level, your patron grants you the rare use of an additional arcane spell based on your pact. 15th level, that's reaching end. That's towards the end there. Slow, okay. Fireball. Haste. Haste for the Great Old One. What the hell would that look like? Your legs turn to squid legs. Undying, Bestow Curse. Revivify. 15th level, you don't need Revivify. I wonder if you need the components for this. Without expanding a spell slot, huh? 1 free revive. Hexblade, Blink. Blink? Is that on the same level as Fireball, though? Blood Curse of the Soul Eater. Okay, you're definitely not getting this stuff. You learn to siphon the soul from your fallen prey. You gain Blood Curse of the Soul Eater for your blood malady. Okay, I'm going to assume that's at the end. Order of the Mutant. I like the first one better so far. The process of the Hunter's Bane is a painful, scarring, sometimes fatal experience. Those who survive find themselves irrevocably changed and enhanced. Some find the experience exhausting, blah, blah, blah. Over generation, experiments, a splendid order of the Blood Hunters begins to emerge. One focused on bringing toxic elixirs to modify their capabilities and blah, 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 blah. They call themselves the Order of the Mutants. Okay. So, Alchemist? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? Formulas. You begin to uncover the forbidden alchemic formulas that temporarily... Beginning at 3rd level, you choose to learn 4 mutagen formulas. Formulas are detailed at end of this order. I wonder if you would just replace those with some of the stuff from the... What is it called? Whatever it's called. The Alchemist subclass from there. Additionally, when you gain 2 new mutagen formulas, you choose a formula. Okay, yeah, you can replace. Mutagen Craft. At 3rd level, you choose a concoction. You can concoct a single mutagen when you finish a short or long rest. Starting at 7th level, man, you're going to be begging for short rests as this class. Starting at 7th level, the number of mutagens you can create when you finish a rest increases to 2. Okay, so you can create 2 potions. As a bonus action, you can consume a single mutagen. Okay, so you can consume the potion. And a side effect lasts until you finish a short rest. While 1 or more mutagens are effect, you can use an action to focus and flush the toxics from your system, ending the effects. Mutagens are designed... How long does it last? Until you finish a short rest. Okay. Mutagens are designed for your biology and have no effect on other creatures. They are also unsuitable for nature, losing their potency over time, becoming inherent to those... Okay. We're thinking Witcher here. Strange metabolism. Beginning at 7th level, your body has begun to adapt toxins and venoms, ignoring the corroding effect you gain from immunity to blah. Okay, so you gain immunity to poison and the poison condition. That's nice. Even though it's like so little things do poison. Poison is such a weak stat. In addition, you can instill a burst of adrenaline to temporarily resist the negative effects of a mutagen. As a bonus action, you can choose to ignore the side effect of mutagen effect. This takes a lot of setup. You either have to use your bonus action before that, or drink it. When you wake up, which is possible because it lasts until the next short rest. Drink it, and then on your turn, use bonus action. So if you had to do it in combat, it would be first turn attacks, bonus action drink. Next turn, bonus action negate the madness. So this takes a lot of planning and a lot of before day planning on this. Once you use this feature to resist the side effects, you can't do it again until you finish long rest. You have to keep track of which is long rest and short rest abilities here. Brand of Axiom. At 11th, your Hemocraft has altered your brand of castigation to enforce a foe's true nature. An illusionary disguise or making creature invisible when you brand them ends. And they can't benefit from some illusions while branded. If a creature branded by you is polymorphed or has changed shape, they must succeed a wisdom saving throw or revert to that true form and be stunned until the end of their next turn. Okay. Whenever a branded creature attempts to polymorph or change shape, they must succeed a wisdom saving throw or attempts fail. They are stunned. Okay. Good versus wizards. And imps and fiends. Starting at 15 level, your Blood Curse can rack a creature's body with terrible toxins. You gain Blood Curse of Corrosion from your Blood Maledict feature. This does not count against your number of Blood Curses. You know, a lot of this means pre-planning, because some of your classes are going to give you the Blood Maledict ability that you might have chosen already. Exalted Mutation. At 18th level, your body is adapted to produce your toxin naturally in a moment of need. As a bonus action, you can choose one mutagen currently affecting you to flush from your system and end. Then immediately have a mutagen you know from the formula take effect in its place. Okay. You can use this feature. 18th level, that's so high. Okay, so mutagens. So you get to pick what? 1, 2, learn 4. Okay. 11th level, you can pick Aether. You get a flying speed of 20 feet for 1 hour. As a side effect, you have disadvantage on Strafe and Dex abilities for 1 hour. Okay. Alluring. Your skin and voice become malleable, allowing you to slightly enhance your appearance and presence. You have advantage on charisma ability checks. The side effect, you have disadvantage on initiative. Man, these are good. Clarity. The dexterity score, your dexterity increases by 3, as does your dexterity minimum. This bonus is increased by 1 in 11. The side effect, you gain disadvantage on wisdom saves. Oh, that's amazing. Conversant, you get intelligence ability check. You gain advantage on ability check, intelligence. Aside of it, you have disadvantage on wisdom ability checks. Okay. Cruelty. Oh, that's a cool piece of art. That's like a Witcher art. That's actually really cool. Okay. Cruelty, 11th level. When you use the attack action, you can make an additional attack as a bonus action. Attack, 3 attacks. The side effect, you gain disadvantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Just do a wield for that. Just do a wield. You gain advantage on dexterity ability checks. As a side effect, wisdom. Wisdom seems like your worst stat, and this is bad. Definitely, so you gain advantage on dexterity. Yep, the wisdom. Okay, embrace. Embers. Resistance to fire. Vulnerable to cold. Resistance to cold. Vulnerable to fire. Resistance to piercing. Vulnerable to slashing. These seem boring, but fun. And this would require a lot of prep beforehand. It's very a Monster Hunting class. You're immune to being grappled or restrained. But then again, since you can have 4 of these prep a day, or 2 a day, it's pretty good. You're immune to grapple. At 11th level, you're immune to paralyze. Side effect, you gain disadvantage on stealth. Oh wait, strength. Why did I say stealth? Some of these you'd have to pick if you're not doing like a strength or dex build, which is interesting. You gain dark vision. As a side effect, sunlight sensitivity. God, I'm so tired of dark vision. Yep. Wisdom ability checks, cool. Charisma, okay. Potency, you have strength score increased by 3. Oh my god. As does your strength maximum. Jeez, it's so good. This bonus increases by 1 and 11. Plus 4. Yep, that's amazing. The side effect, you have disadvantage on dex saves. Jesus. Your weapon attack score is critical on 19 and 20. As a side effect, you have disadvantage on strength saving throws. That's good too. Rapidity. Score increases by 10. 15. Side effect, disadvantage on intelligence. Okay. Reconstruction. For 1 hour at the start of each of your turns, you regain hit points equal to your proficiency bonus if you have at least 1 hit point, but no more than half of your hit points left. So you have to have a little bit of hit points. As a side effect, your speed decreases by 10. Okay. That's cool. I'm thinking Mario's Steel Feet. Sag City. Yep. Intelligence increases by 3. You gain disadvantage on charismas. Okay. Shielded. Resistance to slashing. Vulnerable to bludgeoning. These are so specific that I don't know. You gain resistance to bludgeoning. Weak to piercing. Vermilion. 1 additional uses your blood maledict. That's good. Disadvantage on death saves. I would like more of those things to have that. That is amazing. I like that one. I like that one. But they would just drink this and then drink something else. I don't know about that. I don't know. Order of the Lichen. I don't know how to feel about this class because I feel like a lot of this stuff is really strong. I don't know. But I feel like there's a right pick. Like, I feel like certain ones are just better than others. So I'm not sure. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Order of the Lichen. Of the many terrible curses that plague the realm, few are as ancient and feared as the lycanthropy. Pass through blood, this affection seeds a host of savage strength, hunger, the order, yeah. We all know. Yep. Does it say it's specifically lycanthropy? It is. I hope it's like you can pick the other ones, like the bear one, because I know lycanthropy does not mean werewolf. But let's see. It's a picture of a werewolf, though. That's a werewolf. That's a werewolf. Let's see. Heightened Senses. Starting at, when you choose this, you adopt an improved ability nature predator. You get advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing and smell. Okay. I would just give them advantage on perception checks. Hybrid transformation. Upon third level, you begin learning to control the lycanthropic curse that now lives in your blood. As a bonus action, you can transform into a hybrid for 1 hour. You can speak, use equipment, and wear armor in this form. You can revert to your normal form earlier as a bonus action. You automatically revert to this form if you fall the cause, drop to 0 hit points, or die. This feature replaces the rule of lycanthropy within the monster manual. Oh. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short rest or a long rest. Okay. So you can use this once. Okay. But you revert back if you fall unconscious or drop to 0 hit points. So it could last all day as long as thing, but I guess if people see you, this is a good dungeon thing. Feral Might, you gain +1 to melee damage rolls. So I guess that's your arms. Resilient Hide, fur. Resistance to bludgeoning piercing thing, yep. Not made of silver, okay. While you're not wearing heavy armor, you gain +1 to your AC. But why would you be wearing heavy armor if you don't gain proficiency in heavy armor in the first place? I mean, multi-class this into a class that can wear heavy armor would probably be pretty dumb. Fighter or something. I don't know. Cleric, War Priest. It's a good combo. Yep. Predatory Strike. This one seems just good, by the way. I don't want to downplay this. +1 AC and resistance to everything. At a low level, third level. This is really, really good. You're going to be a furry, though. Do you want to be a furry? Predatory Strikes. You apply your Crimson Right feature to your unarmed. Multi-class monk. You can use your dexterity instead of strength for the attack damage on unarmed strike. When you use your attack action with an unarmed strike, you can make 1 unarmed strike as a bonus action. An unarmed strike deals 1d6 slashing. It's so weird. It's so weird. Bloodlust. If you begin your turn with no more than half of your maximum hit points, you must succeed. So this is bloodied. 4th edition. DC is equal to 8 plus 1/3 of your blood hunter. 1/3 of your blood hunter level. Jesus. The DC is 8 plus 1/3 of your blood hunter level. So when you get this ability, the DC is 9. Or move directly towards the nearest creature to you and use an attack against that creature. You can use this whether or not you have the extra attack feature from this frenzy. Okay. If there's more than one possible target, roll to randomly determine the target when you regain the control. Blah, blah, blah. If you're under the effects that prevents you from concentrating, like barbarian rage, you automatically fail. What is the point of this? If you begin your turn with no more than half of your maximum hit points on a wisdom saving throw, or move directly towards the nearest... Wait. What is the point of Bloodlust? If you begin your turn with no more than half of your hit points, you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or move directly towards the nearest creature to you and use the attack action against the creature. You can choose whether or not to use your extra attack feature for this frenzied attack. If there is more than one, you regain control of your creature. Never mind, yeah. If you're under the effects that prevents you from concentrating... What is the point of this? Am I missing something? Does this ignore movement or something? I don't get the point of this. Please, someone explain Bloodlust to me. Little description of that. Stalker's Prowess. At 7th level, your speed increases by 10. Cool. You can also add 10 feet to your long jump distance and add 3 feet to your high jump. These two things never matter. In addition, your hybrid form gains the improved Predatory Strikes feature. You gain +1 to attack rolls and made with unarmed strike. This bonus increases. Okay, so you're going to be using unarmed stuff. Okay. Advanced Transformation. At 11th level, you unleash and control more of your beast within. You use your hybrid transformation twice. Okay. And you gain this. At the start of each of your turn, you regain 1 plus your constitution modifier and health. If you have at least 1 hit point. Okay, cool. And no more than half of your hit points left. A lot of these things require you to have less than half of your hit points. I like that. I like that a lot. Brand of... Yup. 15th level, you have advantage on wisdom saving throws to maintain control of your bloodlust in hybrid form. I guess, wait, is this an effect that always happens? While you're transformed, you gain the... Oh, you get all of these. This is the negative back thing for all of this stuff. Oh. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Yep. 18th level, you have Wrestle Gear and a Predator and Master that you can only use when you use the Hybrid Form feature. You know what I don't like about any of this? There's not a thing that's like at 11 or 15th level you can turn into a werewolf. You just wild shape into a werewolf. I would love that. So I don't know why you just can't do that. Okay, this one's interesting. A lot of drawbacks, a lot of fighting. I don't know. I still like the first one way better. But anyway, Blood Curses. So here's your Blood Curses. Yep. Blood Curse of the Anxious. As a bonus action, you magnify the adrenaline in the body of a creature within 30 feet, making them sensible to force. Until the end of the next turn, all creatures have advantage on charisma checks. Okay. Amplifies. This is when you do damage to yourself. The next wisdom save the target has to make before the curse ends has disadvantage. The next wisdom saving throw the target has to make. All creatures have advantage on wisdom directed at the target. Okay. Cool. Blood Curse of Binding. As a bonus action, you attempt to bind a creature you can see within 30 feet of you, and there is no more than one size larger than you. The target must succeed a strength save and have their speed reduced to 0, and they can't use a reaction until the end of your next turn. Amplify. So cut yourself, and you get... The curse lasts for 1 minute and can affect creatures regardless of the size category. At the end of each return, the cursed creature can make another strength saving throw. Okay. Blood Curse of the Bloated Agony. As a bonus action, you curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you to painfully swell until the end of your next turn. For the duration of this curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength saves and suffers 1d2. Okay. The curse lasts for 1 minute. Yep. Okay. Blood Curse of Corrosion. 15 level, Order of the Mutant. Oh, okay. As a bonus action, creatures within 30 feet of you must make a con save or become poisoned. At the end of the turn, each of its turn, it must make another con save or passes the curse. Can't you only do one curse? I don't like that it's one curse and they can pass a save and then it stops. Because don't you not get your curse back until a short rest? Amplify. The cursed creature suffers 4d6 and suffers its damage again every time it fails its constitution saving throw. Like, I feel like these curses, since they can end... You're gonna use them so little. You're gonna use them barely any, and you're always gonna amplify them. Why not? They have a chance to end the saving throw. Some of them amplified, they end the saving throw. Like this next one. Okay, Order of the Ghost Slayer. As a bonus action, you can choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you that is charmed, frightened, or possessed. The target creature is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed. Okay. The creature that is charmed, frightened, or possessed, the target of that curse suffers 3d6 and must make a wisdom saving throw or be stunned. That one's cool. I love that one. That one's great. Blood Curse of the Eyeless. When a creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, you can use your reaction to roll one die and subtract the number of the roll for the creature's attack roll. Okay. You can choose to use this feature after the creature roll, but before the end of the turn when the attack hits. Okay. If the creature is immune to being blind, it doesn't work. You can apply this curse on all creature attack rolls until the end of the turn. Each attack affected. Okay, that's cool. Multiple attacks, you can blind them for a long time. That one's cool. Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet. When a creature you see within 30 feet drops to 0, you can use your reaction to make the creature immediately make a single attack against a target of your choice. You can first move the cursed creature up to half of its movement speed and control the body before it falls. That's messed up. Blood Curse of the Howl, 18th level, Order of the Lichen. As an action, you unleash a blood-curling creatures within 30 feet, make a wisdom saving throw, or become frightened of you until the end of your next turn. If they fail their saving throw by 5 or more, they are stunned. A creature that succeeds in the saving throw is immune to your blood curse for the next 24 hours. You can choose a number of creatures you see unaffected by this howl. The range is increased by 60. For an 18th level ability, I feel like it should do more. Forget stunning them. Incapacitated. Knock them out. Death by fear. Amplify. If they fail by 5 or more, they die. That's what it should do. Something really powerful. Blood Curse of the Marked. As a bonus action, you can mark a creature within 30 feet of you. Until the end of your turn, whenever you deal right damage to the target, you do an additional Hemocraft die, right? That one's great. The next attack roll you use, the creature has advantage. As a bonus action, this is the Muddled Mind. A creature you can see within 30 feet of you has a concentration of a spell. That creature has disadvantage in its constitution. Okay, cool. The cursed creature has disadvantage on all constitutions. Okay, cool. If you're, actually no, that's actually not bad. Blood Curse of the Soul Eater, 18th Profane Soul. When a creature that isn't a construct or endeavor reduced to 0 within 30 feet, you can use your reaction to usher their soul to your patron in exchange for power. Until the end of your next turn, your weapon attacks have advantage. In addition, you regain an expended Warlock spell slot. Once you amplify this blood curse, you must finish a long rest. So, when a creature that isn't a construct under is reduced to 0 within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to usher their soul to your patron in exchange for power. You can do that with an ally. They're going to hate you. 18th level, though? Blood Hunter. Multi-classing. Must have a strength for dex 13. Okay. And intelligence 13. Okay. Blood Hunter multi-classing. You gain light, medium, shield, simple, martial, alchemic. Okay. Blood Hunter with Warlock. If multi-classing, order the Profane Soul with Warlock. Add a third. Oh, this is too much work. It's too much work. No. So what do I think? I think Order of Lichen has a big drawback with this bloodlust thing. It gets cool stuff, yeah, but I don't like too much of it. This Alchemist one is pretty cool. The Mutant, it's pretty cool. I feel like some of these are pretty weak, like the fire damage and stuff like that, and resistance to certain attacks. The Profane Soul is super cool. I would multi-class this with a wizard or something. They have cool abilities. It's always cool to dip in the Warlock because they have cool stuff, and the idea that you were fighting some evil and it wasn't enough, so you had to get help from a Warlock is pretty cool, and that your whole order is behind that. So kind of like I feel like this is the Inquisition of Warlocks, which is really cool. And this one, the Order of the Ghost Slayer, I don't like the name Ghost Slayers, but whoa, I like their abilities. Super cool stuff. All in all, I really dig it. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of short rest hoping, but it's really cool. another martial class, an intelligence martial class is cool. Yeah. I'm really digging it. I dig it. Well, guys, that was the Blood Hunter by Matt Mercer. And tell me what you guys think. Tell me which is your favorite subclass. And are you guys using this, or what's up? So tell me in the comments below. Let me know. Subscribe for more videos. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.